Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Clarice Lim. Today I'm going to touch on something quite heavy. It is higher order thinking math. Okay, I'm going to introduce two different methods to you to help you solve P6 PSLE math questions. Okay, so the concept is actually called T model, which we call it T model. Okay, and quantity and value, quantity versus value. What are the kind of questions that you will see? Okay, this is how it goes. The first one. How do you solve this using T model? Okay, Mrs. Lee baked 16 gingerbread men and 18 gingerbread trees using 552 grams of flour. Okay, so this is a total given to you. So this is the condition. 16 plus 18 is 552. Pretty simple. But the situation changes. The amount of flour she used for 4 is equals to 7. Oh, okay, 4 men equals to 7 trees. Okay, so this is a situation that changed. They didn't use 16 plus 18 equals to 552 anymore. They give you another ratio. So how do you do this kind of question when the situation changed? They give you a different ratio. Then you can think of it as two sets of conditions given to you. Okay, so this is when you use T model, when there is two sets of conditions given to you. So let's see the questions first. How many gingerbread trees could she bake with the same amount of flour used for 16 gingerbread men? So you want to get the amount of trees for 16 gingerbread men. You want them to have the equal amount, right? Okay, let's get this straight first. B, what is the total mass of flour used for 1 gingerbread man and 1 gingerbread tree? So now we need to find each one of them. What is the mass of each? Okay, so let's solve the 16 gingerbread men first. What is the same amount of flour used for 16 gingerbread men and the same amount, what is the same amount for gingerbread trees? Okay, so we arrange the answers neatly in a T. That's why we call it the T model. Certain schools, they will arrange it using ratio. They will have 1 ratio here, 2 ratio here, and then they put it side by side. I don't quite like to use that method because when it's side by side, children can't really see the relationship of the numbers. So I put them in a tree, in a T model. It makes it very, very easy for them to see the relationship in 1 column, 2 columns. Okay, so how do you put it? So there's men and trees, gingerbread men, gingerbread trees, 1 side each. So there's 16 men plus 16 trees. You get 552 grams of flour, right? So that is one situation, one condition that they gave you. And then the other condition that they gave you is that 4 equals to 7. Okay, and then they ask you what is 16 equals 2 in terms of trees, 16 men. So how do we get 4 into 16? You see, if you arrange them everything into one straight line, you will see that, okay, this is a different situation. We draw the line there so we don't get confused with that. But this one is 4 equals to 7. This is in terms of ratio. So 4, how to become 16? Very simple. You just need to times 4, correct? 4 times 4, you get 16. 4 times 4, you get 16. And 4 times 7, you get 28. So what is the equivalent amount of flour for 16 men in terms of trees? It will be 28 trees, right? That's the answer for part A. Now, we need to find what is the flour for 1 man and 1 tree together. So how do we get there? Very simple. If 16 men is equals to 28 trees, then 16 men plus 28 trees, which is equals to 552, you replace this 16 men to become 28 trees. So in a way, the question already guided you what you should do, right? Part A, they already told you 16 men is equals to 28 trees, correct? So you replace this with 28 trees plus 18 trees, and you get 552, right? So therefore, you get altogether 46 trees. 1 tree will become 552 divided by 46 trees, which is 1 tree gives you 12 grams. The moment you get here, you will know how to solve already. Okay, some children will like to, okay, because 1 tree equals to 12 grams, I will take 18 trees and I will minus the 18 trees times 12, minus from this, divide by 16, you get 1 man, and then you plus 1 tree and 1 man together. Otherwise, you can do it this way, a little bit smaller numbers, 7 trees, okay? I find 7 trees first because I know 7 trees is equals to 4 men, right? So 7 trees is 84. 4 men will therefore be equals to 84 too, isn't it? 84 grams is the same thing because this is the relationship written here is very clear. So 4 men is 84, 1 man will therefore be 21. Therefore, 1 man and 1 tree is 12 plus 21 equals 33 grams, and that's your answer. Okay, let's look at another question that uses the same kind of T model. In this question, Sharon made some donuts to sell. 3/4 of them is chocolate donuts and the remaining are chocolate strawberry donuts. So out of the 4 parts, 3 parts are chocolate, so there will be 1 part which is strawberry. Very clear. This is very simple. Let's arrange them into the T model later. So after selling 5/6 of the chocolate donuts, just now I had 3 parts of chocolate, now becomes 6 parts altogether. That's simple, just times 2, right? Okay, very simple. Some of you might want to use the branching method. Easy to use that as well, but over here I will teach you how to use the T model to make everything very clear. And 210 strawberry donuts. Okay, strawberry donuts is that 1/4 just now. So how do you change that into 210? I'm sorry. Okay, so in the end, the situation changes again. She had 1/5 of the donuts left. Okay, there's a lot of situation changing here. So when situation changes, the condition changes, or the parts changes, the unit size changes, use the T model. Is very easy to differentiate, to see the relationship between them and to work them downwards using just 2 columns. Okay, so how many donuts did she sell altogether? Remember the question. How many donuts did she sell altogether? Okay, so the hint, arrange your answers neatly in a T. How do we arrange that? There's chocolates and there's strawberries. Chocolates is 3/4. Strawberries will therefore be 1, and the total units is 4, correct? Okay, so very clear, very neat over there. So then they say, okay, chocolates, I have 6 parts and I sold 5 parts out of it. 3, at first I have 3. How to make them into 6? Very simple, I just times 2, isn't it? So therefore, if I times 2 here, I will need to times 2 for the strawberries too, because the units needs to be in the same size. That is what you always want to work towards. Make the units the same size. Even when you draw models, make the units the same size. It's always the same. Okay, so therefore now becomes total 8 units, right? Because the whole thing times 2, 3 times 2 you get 6, 1 times 2 you get 2, 4 times 2 you get 8. Okay, so that's the total now. But the thing is, they said they changed everything into 5s at the end, right? Only 1/5 of the donuts are left, which means how to express 8 into 5? Very simple, you times each other, right? 8, how to become 5? 8 times 5, 5 times 8. So therefore, 1/5 is the total that is left. You take 1/5 times 8, you get 8/40. Now your total number of units becomes 40. By making everything 40, you're making everything the same size. Okay, that's what you always want to achieve, same size. And because this is upon 40, let's make over here the same size as well. Okay, so we times 5 over here, and this becomes 30 because 6 times of the chocolate donuts times 5 becomes 30, right? So this one becomes 10, and total, I got a new total, 40. So they say 5/6 of the chocolates were sold. Am I right? So 5/6 of chocolate. So if I times 5 of this, it becomes 25, which means 25 chocolate donuts were sold. So what am I left with? I'm left with 5 donuts, correct? So 30 minus 25, I'm left with 5 donuts, chocolate donuts left. So they said I have only 8 donuts left, but I only left 5 chocolates over here. So the rest must be strawberries. You see that? So 1/5 left, convert into 40s. I have 8 donuts left. Out of these 8 donuts, 5 units are the chocolates. How do I get 5 units? Because I sold 25 units of the donuts, which means 30 minus 25, I have 5 units, right? So 5 units are sold. Out of the 8 units that is left, 5 units are chocolate, 3 units must be strawberry. So if I'm left with 3 units, how many strawberry did I sell? 10 minus 3, I get 7. Therefore, this 7 units is the 210 donuts I sold. Okay, which is what the question gave you. 210 strawberry donuts were sold. Therefore, everything that we have been working towards is to understand how many units is this 210. And once we get that, voila, we can solve the questions already. Okay, 7 units equals to 210. Find 1 unit. That's always the next step. Find 1 unit. So 1 unit is 30. 1 unit of strawberry is 30. Therefore, this 25 units will be 30 times 25, which is 750 chocolate donuts. How many donuts did I sell altogether? Chocolates and strawberry. So 750 is chocolate, 210 is strawberry, add together 960 donuts sold. Okay, so this is how you use T model to solve this situation changing questions. Right, now I'm going to move on to another method for you, which is the quantity versus the value question. Okay, now let's look at another question. A shop owner sold 3 times as many shirts as dresses last month. Okay, sounds very simple. 3 times as many, so we just have 3 units for the shirts and 1 unit for the dresses. Total collected is 1,980. Okay, sounds easy. But she collected $720 more from the sale of the shirts than from the sale of the dresses. Okay, so now there is a difference, because just now we are talking about quantity of shirts and dresses sold. Now we are talking about the value of the shirts and dresses sold. Okay, so when it comes to this kind of question, remember, there is quantity and there is value. You will need to solve them differently, and it will be 2 different models. Okay, then they give you the final factor over here, the final criteria. A shirt costs $12 more than a dress, right? A dress costs $12 more than a shirt. Okay, so how do we make use of this information? Find the cost of a dress at the end. Okay, so now let's take a look. How do we draw these 2 different parts together? So deal with the questions in terms of quantity and value separately. Remember this hint. So now I have value here, I have quantity here. So shirt and dress. Now the shirt is 3 times as much, but the value is that it is $720 more than the sale of the dress, correct? So I will draw in all this value, $720, 1980 at the side. So if I were to cut this out, I got 2 units over here. Therefore 2 units is 1980 minus 720, I get 1260. Correct? So in order to find one part of it, 1 unit over here, the dress I would have earned $630. Am I right? Okay, so that is shirt will be plus the $720. The shirt would have cost 1350. So given this information, they said that a shop owner sold 3 times as many shirts as dresses last month. So the shirt will be 3 times units, okay, and the dress is 1 unit, and this whole value over here will be 1350 because I got it from here, isn't it? So this 3 units is 1350. 1 unit of the value over here will be 1350. So in terms of quantity, I have the value over here is 1350. So divide by 1, I get 450 over here. Correct? So if this is 450, this will be 450 also. So the dress now is 450 in terms of quantity, but over here is 630 in terms of value. Where did the difference come from? The difference of 180 came from this. The dress is $12 more than a shirt. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that for every dress that I sold over here, I get $12 more. So why do I put it at the back? Because then I can squeeze all the shirt and the dress together, and I say for every shirt there is here, I will have a dress here, but the value in the difference is $12. So every time I have a dress, I have $12 more. For the shirt, I have you see this matching, so every one I have 1 here, every one I have 1 here. So this difference over here is therefore the $180. Okay, so if I take the $180 divide by 12, because each one of this is made out of 12, I do not know how many there is. There might be more than 2, definitely. So the difference over here will tell me, if I divide by 12, it will tell me how many dresses there are altogether over here. Okay, 15 dresses. And if there is 15 dresses, and these dresses makes up the total value of 630, that will tell me 630 divided by 15 dresses, each dress is $42. Okay, If you can't understand, replay the video, try to digest it a little. Okay, I will show you another example. Hopefully you will understand how to deal with this value and quantity question. Now let's look at this question. Stickers were sold only in big sheets of 60 each and small sheets of 25 each. What does that mean? It means that there is 2 sheets of stickers. Okay, let me draw it out for you. So there is this big sheets of sticker, and there is 60 stickers each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. There is 60 stickers altogether. And then there is this small sheets with 25 stickers each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. There's 25 over here. That's what it means. Okay, so Andy and Ben bought the same number of sheets of stickers. They have the same sheets. Okay, so Andy and Ben each bought some big sheets, and Andy bought 8 small while Ben bought 17 small. Okay, but the total number of sheets that they bought is the same. What is the difference in the total number of stickers between Andy and Ben? The difference in the total number of stickers, okay, so we know that Andy bought 8 small, so he must have bought some big. Ben bought 17 small, he must have bought some big. Total number of sheets is the same, so how do I draw it in terms of model later? In terms of quantity and value, I will show it to you. Ben gave away all the big sheets of stickers that he had bought. As a result, he had 735 fewer stickers than Andy. Okay, how many sheets of stickers did each boy buy? Let's take a look. So the question is over here, repeated for you. Quantity and value, okay, we do 2 parts differently. Andy bought 8 small, Ben bought 17 small. Okay, that's according to question. And this will be representing the big. So the big sheets and the big sheets over here, why do I draw it this way? Because I need to differentiate the big and the small. And the thing is that they had the same, so they must stop here. They had the same number of sheets. So this is the sheets of stickers, quantity. Okay, so the difference between them will therefore be this part, which is 9 units of small. But this 9 units of small is differentiated by this big value over here. So there is 9 units over here as well, but this 9 units is big sheets. Therefore, this big sheets of 9 units will be 60. Each of this will be 60 minus the 25 over here. 60 minus 25, 60 minus 25, 60 minus 25. Okay, therefore 60 minus 25 9 times. I didn't draw 9 of course over here, but you know there is 9 times. 60 minus 25, 35 sheets of difference times 9. You get the difference to be 315. That is part A. Okay, so part B, Andy and Ben. So the thing is that you know that Andy has got 315 more than Ben. But what happened? Why did I draw Ben to be so short? Because Ben gave away some big sheets. Remember? He gave away some big sheets. So this is the big sheets that he had given away over here. The total he had in the end, Andy has 735 fewer. Sorry, Ben has 735 fewer than Andy. So where did this part goes to? This part is the big sheets that Ben gave away. Okay, and as a result, Ben has 735 less than Andy. So if this whole thing is 735, you minus away the 315, you will be able to find out how many big sheets is given away, isn't it? So this big sheets is 420, each big sheet is 60, so 420 divided by 60, you get 7 big sheets. So if 7 big sheets is over here, this is 7, and this whole thing is 17. So how many sheets did Andy have? Did Ben have? Ben will be 17 plus 7 is 24 sheets, and Andy has the same amount. So how many sheets of stickers did each boy buy? 24 is the answer. Okay, if you can't understand me, replay the video, try it out on your own if you can. Value and quantity questions will always come up. T model question will always come out as well at the last 3 questions of PSLE paper. Usually question 15, 16, 17, sometimes 14. Okay, so this is a very good problem solving method for you to master. If you can master this, you will definitely be able to score the last 3 questions at the end. Okay, good luck to you. I will share more questions coming up. Okay, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you know when the new questions come up. All right, thank you. Bye bye.